The journey to Tiancheng Temple was a time of reflection and anticipation, a slow ascent into a world that seemed to exist between realms. The students were guided by the Yunshan monks, their robes rustling like whispers in the wind, their faces serene, yet their eyes filled with an ancient wisdom. They were led through valleys that echoed with the voices of centuries past. They journeyed over peaks where the air was thin and the sky seemed to touch the earth, a realm where legends were born and history was a living, breathing entity. Each stone and each rustle of the leaves was a witness to ages long gone. When the imposing structure of Tiancheng Temple came into view, nestled between towering mountains, they could feel the weight of its significance, a sensation that went beyond awe and reverence. It was more than a place of worship. It was a repository of wisdom, a labyrinth of secrets. Its ancient walls held the echoes of prayers and the footprints of pilgrims who had sought enlightenment within its sacred halls. Upon entering the temple sanctum, they were met with a sight that stopped them in their tracks, a sight that transcended reality and delved into the realm of miracles. An old man, his eyes shining with recognition, his face familiar, yet marked by the passage of time, a face that they had mourned and lost in a moment of terror and chaos. "You have come," he said, his voice filled with emotion, a trembling note that reached into their very souls. "I knew you would." The room fell into stunned silence as they realized that the old man was their lost friend, the one who had been sucked out of the ship during the crash. His youthful visage had been replaced by the wrinkles of age, but his spirit was unmistakable, his essence unchanged. How long has it been?" one of the students stammered, tears welling in their eyes, their minds struggling to grasp the enormity of what they were witnessing. 54 years, the old man replied, a gentle smile on his face, a smile that held the tranquility of a life lived in harmony with the universe. 54 years in this beautiful, timeless land. The shock was profound, a revelation that shattered their understanding of reality. Their friend had lived more than half a century in this ancient world, waiting for them, preparing for their arrival. His life a tapestry woven with the threads of destiny. He went on to explain that wreckage and cargo from the ship had not only been appearing across the landscape, but across time itself. Items and debris had been found in various places, some dating back to dynasties long past, artifacts that had puzzled scholars and mystics alike. "It took me years of meditation and study to understand," he said, his eyes distant with memory, his voice a soft murmur that held the weight of discovery. "Our ship did not just break apart in space, it fractured through time as well. I knew then that it was only a matter of time before the rest of you would arrive." The room was filled with awe and disbelief, a silence that held the echoes of a truth that transcended the boundaries of science and spirituality. "But what does it mean?" Captain asked, his voice tinged with urgency, his eyes searching for answers. "What are we to do now?" The old monk's eyes sparkled with purpose, his face glowing with a conviction that resonated with the very core of their being. "We must embrace our path, learn from this land, and seek the pieces of our past. There is much to discover, much to understand." The weight of his words settled upon them, a mantle of responsibility and purpose, and they knew that they were embarking on a journey unlike any other. As they left the chamber, their hearts heavy with wonder and resolve. They were explorers in a world that defied understanding, seekers on a path that had been laid out by the very forces that governed the universe.